Hi, this is an outro on the collection about conservation of energy. So the big idea we were looking at is how can we use energy to predict outcomes in more complicated scenarios. Scenarios where forces aren't constant, scenarios where some energy is kind of lost to friction and other sorts of things. And so we applied the idea of conservation of energy to cases where forces could vary and to cases where energy could be lost. And we used that, or we kind of learned the basic principle how to use that to predict things even then. This unit focused on, again, like we said, using the principle of conservation of energy to predict outcomes. So not only did we do that with mechanical energy, so gravitational potential and kinetic, but we also looked at what happens in combining kind of different objects with different amounts of thermal energy. And so, last but not least, to kind of summarize what we did in this collection, is we learned how to use the conservation of energy to predict changes in position, in motion, and in thermal energy. So now, if we kind of know how much of a factor that wind is in terms of our snowboarder here, we can actually predict how much kinetic energy he's going to have at the base of this, and therefore kind of realize how big of a hill he may need to start off on. That's it for this one. 3 or more bullet points worth of notes, a 1 to 2 sentence summary, and do your follow-up questions on Google Forms.